If you'd like to just view lovely things and ignore the shite I'm about to start spouting, please mute the video now and enjoy the lovely scenes of Rugeley and CANNOCK. But if you want to question your life choices and maybe have a bit of a deep conversation when it comes to existential reality, stay tuned because it's going to be a heavy one. Welcome to Brummy Wonders. Today I'm in CANNOCK. I think I'm just in the city centre. I might be in Rugeley, I'm not too sure. I think I'm in Rugeley. So, bit of a floppy plan. I tried to go to CANNOCK Chase, like the fancy park bit. Drove all the way there after driving somehow 20 miles just aimlessly. I was going to go to Sandwell Park, Sandwell Valley, and then carried on because there's no signs for it, even though I know where I am. I just didn't see a sign, so I carried on. Through Walsall, Bloxwich, Stafford, ended up in the Chase, which was nice, a little drive around there, and then pulled into this main car park by Go Ape, and they wanted, was it £7.20 for the first 2 hours or something like that? So absolutely not. So I drove out of there, headed down towards Rugeley, maybe Penkridge, I'm not too sure, and managed to park on top of the market hall for a couple of quid. So I've got all day to kill. I have managed to come into the centre basically during school kick-out time, so kind of bizarre. Kids bloody everywhere, but now it's all panned off. They're all gone. But I will say, for future reference, I think this is just based on the happy kids. I mean, the sunshine helps, but they all just seemed sound. No chavs, no bastards. All right. So, is it worth moving to Rugeley eventually when little Evie's old enough? Maybe. There you go. I'll show you the surroundings. So this is basically where all these kids have just walked out of school, and it is bloody lovely around here, mate. I walked across from, I think it was called Ellesmere Park, which was really nice. There's birds and budgies and all kinds going on, and little goslings kicking off. Crossed the road into the skate park, which turned out to be like a floodplain, cricket ground, rugby pitch, all kinds. And now I'm on a heritage trail walking towards apparently a waterfall, so we'll see how that looks. And yeah, it's my final day of freedom before I'm absolutely shafted by work for a bit, so want to see as much as possible whilst the sun's out. And I think it's a bit of a surprise summer's day really, because after last week's kind of 20-degree madness, this was chalked up to be a 13-degree and cloudy, but we're rocking the 17 and clear blue skies, so absolutely chuffed. So whether I actually walk 8 miles to CANNOCK, I doubt it, but yeah, I'm not in CANNOCK, I'm in Rugeley. But this way, down the heritage trail towards CANNOCK. Kind of wish I got here a bit earlier, because yeah, it's knocking 3 o'clock now. So not ideal, even though this is the warmest part of the day at this time of year, so buzzing but gutted all at once. There are plenty of pubs to drop into. I've got a book to read wherever I end up, and what we got, H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Only picked it because it fits in my pocket, and the print is pretty big, and it looked pretty easy to just wrap up in a couple of hours, you know, because I'm pretty crap at reading, to be honest. Not like I can't read, it's all there, but the concentration isn't. And do you want to let me know what you reckon to, what's this, 60 hertz video? Because I said it was quite juddery and crap, the frame rate, when I was in Bewdley the other day. I don't know if you've seen that video. So we'll see how 60 frames per second does this. It's too much for the human eye, but is it better for the content? Maybe. Certainly not better for the memory on the phone. So I mean, well, we're basically taking double the amount of photos just to make this video now, which is not ideal. Rumours are true about the waterfall. Look at this, into Rugeley. It's this little walkway, which is that bridge. Little simple affair, but it's very nice, isn't it? Gosh, Rugeley, I didn't know. It sounds very black country, doesn't it? I didn't think it was all nice and pretty. Need to sort your car parks out though. But I'll mention that in a moment. Look at all this. Bloody beautiful. What a surprise. If you can see the amount of bugs, but they're loving this little crossing. So I shouldn't have crossed the bridge. Lesson learnt. So we check what's down here. No doubt we can get back at some other point. Very picturesque. Oh, what's this then? So we've got a gas line, not sure what that is. So a big water pumping station, not sure. He's good. So we got the Slitting Mill pumping station, built in 1932. It's got an automated pumping system since 1968. Pretty cool. And Sants Mill and Cottage, that's what used to be there. Very cool. This is crazy nice. You can see, yeah, it's just a lovely path. Does this go on for 8 miles? Is this where all the kids from that school lived? Are the CANNOCK people? I mean, actually, yeah, Chase water. Last time I was there, there's kids piling through every so often. But surely they don't walk this far for some education. Surely not. Look at it. It's almost a shame it's just not quite deep enough to kayak to school, because that'd be the one. I'm certainly jealous of these kids. I was a Stockland Green kid. Not quite the same vibe walking down Marsh Lane every day, but not far. I mean, there was grass and trees, but I don't know, maybe you get highwaymen down here rather than the Mandems. There's a bit of some in here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I certainly have, that there is 0 litter or graffiti, and these are all like perfect hiding spaces. Weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google what Rugeley is, because my entire idea of the place is completely flipped. So it's probably a good time to check out the house prices. I won't do it yet because that's just depressing. But lovely, we've got a train line just over there. Oh, is it? Is that just power? I think it's trains. Yeah. So just peeling away from that walk now. There was a little sign for the CANNOCK whatever walk. There was another arrow pointing this way, which doesn't look like it's going to go too far actually, but it's a public footpath, so we shall use it. How very green. Not sure what this is going to be, is it? Is that corn? Is it rapeseed? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. How nice. And honestly, I was getting a little bit frustrated on the drive here, thinking I've hit a wall, I have no idea where to go anymore. Localish, you know. But you can always be surprised. Just point your car in a direction you don't recognise and see what happens. This has turned out to be a right treat. Are we? Okay, so I just kind of pegged it up a little hill. Views are getting nice. There's another kind of pumpy station thing over there, not sure what that chimney is. We've got some posh housing backing onto this wonderful view. And of course, the classic telephone box over there. So yeah, we're gauging the area. This is peeling off into someone's back garden, is it? What's this? Not sure. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a... No way. It's a pub. Right, will do. Just going to check out the view here. Oh, 10 out of 10 Rugeley. Well done. Quite Holloway kind of feelings going on now. It's got to be, isn't it? Anglers only. No doggies. It's a polite notice. You can only take note of that, can't you? Okay. So when the gate's locked, bad, but right now, I think we're all right. So £8 for adults for a day on the banks. What kind of fish do you get? Oh, there's some big boys in there. For how many years are these fish just going to fall for it though? Or are they in it for the free meal, the quick worm? Wow. Right. It's good, isn't it? Right. Let's have a look at this bloody pub up the road then. It's going to be expensive, which is a shame, but I do need a wee. So there's that. Wee. But yeah, lovely garden as well. Do want a little sit in the sun, treat myself, because man's going to be stuck inside for the next kind of at least 2 days. So, little pint of Timothy Taylor's dark mild, I think. And I'm going to head down the road and then do a left at some point and cut back into that nice brook walk and head back into Rugeley. Because I'm a fair while out. I am fairly deep into the CANNOCK Chase. Well, not deep, but heading back to where I parked in the first place. So all good. And I've actually just sat in the sun with a pint and read my book like a proper scholar, bloody hell. But yeah, it's a H.G. Wells banging on about a time machine. Apparently that book is him giving birth to the not sci-fi, is it? So yeah, science fiction. Apparently it's one of the first science fiction books, and I must say, so far, very good, but we must carry on. Right, so as I walk down this bloody, what, A road? It's probably a B road. But I'm about to head down here for probably a mile and a bit, and turn left and get back on that trail, hopefully, and get back into Rugeley. And there is a Wetherspoons there, so I'm going to have a quick pint. But as I do this, I do feel it makes me question, what do other people do with their free time? Is this weird? But it feels to me that it would be much weirder to sit at home all day, or maybe just do something useful in the house. Maybe that's not weird. But yeah, this makes sense to me for some reason. I did ask Gemini, the Microsoft AI, what did people back in the day, pre-war, whenever, medieval times, do in their spare time? And yeah, generally, well, how to wholesomely spend your spare time anyway. And generally, yeah, it's walking around, seeing stuff, exploring, eating with friends, playing games, and all that stuff. Because I got to this point where I thought, okay, if we take pubs out the equation, what do people do? And that speaks for me. I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who don't drink or go to the pubs. But honestly, what do you do? If you're not doing this, and if you're not in bed, and if you're not with family, and if you're not cooking, eating, all that good stuff, what are you doing? I'd quite like to hear it in the comments if you want to let me know. Okay, let me go in the woods because this is getting dangerous. So I'm going to go this way. So yeah, man, what's it all about? I'm not looking for the meaning of life here, but what do people do? I don't want to fall into the trap of getting completely online, like, you know, in a gaming sense, and living in that world to kill time, because that's quite sad, but very much more normal these days. And I only say this, I'm only going down this like rabbit hole of questioning life because I am 33 this year. Oh, Mason. Yeah, I'll be 33 in December. I'm absolutely not bored of what life do, loving it. Home life's great, we're chilling, no stress, no debt apart from the mortgage, but that's completely palatable really, being a flat, and money's not terrible in my line of work, so we're ticking over. We can eat what we want, go where we want generally when time allows, and I think that's most of the rights you seek out as a human, isn't it? The baby we have 9 months today, she's brilliant. I don't know, I won't wish that we did it earlier on, but we certainly could have done it earlier on. It's such a treat seeing how fast babies learn and grow and evolve. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. And there's obviously people out there who let their families down, you know, for their own reasons. But yeah, there's people out there where like that extra special nugget of life doesn't quite do it for them. And yeah, it confuses me. I mean, I don't know if I'm nuts, but I'd say I enjoy life. Everything it's throwing up is pretty interesting. I try to ignore the tiny problems. Maybe the tiny problems are the important ones actually, because they get you through your day to day. But yeah, let's try and keep the mundanity at bay, because you can just kind of, and obviously if you didn't have a car this would be a problem, or like if transport and paying for trains was outside of your remit, this wouldn't be possible, and that's a crying shame. So I do count myself as extremely lucky to be able to do this. So what are the goals? Where do you go from here? Obviously the main aim that the capitalist world of the West would send you down is to get more successful, and success means money, I think. Have more money and travel, maybe, buy a big house, all that stuff. I'm not breaking any new grounds with this conversation, but for me, having a really big place, like, okay, I'd have a nice place and have a garden like this. How long until you're kind of bored of that? I think it's much nicer to explore and find nice stuff like this. It's incredible. So if you take that kind of element of discovery and adventure out of things, obviously that's when posh people end up going abroad a lot and maybe seeing some new cultures and all that. My only problem with that these days is I'm speaking for the British Isles now, but a lot of the world came here for good or for bad. You don't have to go far to meet someone from yonks away and just ask them what's it all about. And obviously it's nice to travel over there to wherever and experience the weather more than anything else. But we have everything here Yeah, you can see lovely luscious shire-like greenery like this anywhere really in the Midlands and in England, definitely in Wales, plenty of it in Scotland. Obviously you've got your mountains and all that other cool stuff. So what are we missing here that you've got to really aim to be abroad in so many years' time so you can discover the world? Maybe history and mysteries are worth travelling for, so I get that with Egypt, Göbekli Tepe, all those cool little places. The Bosnian pyramids, we'd love to see that. But also very aware that the beauty is potentially unmatched to here. Isn't it nice? So yeah, I don't yearn for adventure like that. I yearn for adventure like this. And then I also, as soon as I find things like this, I straight away get excited about showing my missus. Maybe bring my parents here, definitely bring the baby here in the future. Obviously, as she gets older, she appreciates it more and more. And then tells her friends about it and all that other stuff, word of mouth. So adventure just kind of domino effects down the timeline, which is nice. Actually, I think the reason I'm focusing on this, I think the idea actually, it's been sold, it's the new tagline, it's being financially free, it's making money without wasting your own time, it's being the CEO of a business and stuff like that, or having a huge property portfolio that just makes money, and that's that, all good. Just crack on with your life and enjoy it. The money's rolling in with minimal effort. Oh, should we go up this way? This looks nice. Just show you. So yeah, why am I talking about this right now? Well, mainly I'm part of I'm a sound engineer, lighting guy, data guy for mostly conferences and small business meetings, sometimes big ones. And what you regularly find in those meetings is a set list. Look at this! Okay. Yeah, basically the same set list as you get on a music show. You get that kind of agenda, but it's going to be business talkers and people who have made it and people who have a little bit of experience in something different who will then talk for an hour. And most of these people pay ticketed entry to listen to people come in and talk about their experience in the business world, say. And obviously some get lucky. Some would argue that there is no luck and it's all about envisioning and bringing things to reality. If you want it hard enough, it will just come to you. And then it gets a little bit churchy. And I mean, this was the other day. It was basically a multi-level marketing scheme. People who sell makeup and stuff like that. But then you sell the product to other friends who sell it for you, and blah, 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 blah. You become the top of your tiny little pyramid at the bottom of someone else's pyramid. But they start essentially doing incantations. And they'll say it's, I forgot the word now. But, damn. What is it when you say a thing and bring it to reality if you believe it enough? But that's the idea, and it's the big seller at the moment. So just picture it. You're sat in a room of 30 to 40-year-old, I'll just say they're average women, doing what they can, probably a few kids now, don't want to do the 9-to-5 thing, can't do the 9-to-5 thing because it's too damn expensive to send your kids into some form of daycare whilst you concentrate on your career. So they fell into this makeup selling hole, and then a random speaker turns up from Bulgaria and starts telling you that all you got to do is believe and you will have everything you want. And you can, if everyone just wants to close their eyes for 1 minute and chant with me that making money is easy and everything is possible, all these women go mad for it. And it's not just women, men will do this for men, women for women. There's never usually a crossover. But it's just so fascinating to watch as the sound engineer at the back of the room, to be honest. Because you just get to see what people choose to do with their time. And it goes beyond What career have they chosen, or what are they doing to make money to get by? But then what are they spending that money on? For as far as they're aware, they want to improve their lives by listening to other people spout, I'm not going to say bullshit, but stuff about their particular line of work. And if anything's obvious, oh, a heron. If anything's obvious by now, but maybe not to the masses, is that anyone who's made it has made it out of nepotism. Not all nepotism, then maybe they just knew someone, they were in the right fold of people, which obviously brings you on to your Masonic guys and the people who join clubs and make certain promises to certain deities to get what they want from life. 2 doggies. So yeah, interesting, because it's not all as easy as they say, as far as I'm aware anyway. You got to make a few dodgy promises to some dodgy devils and then maybe you'll make it. Well, that's not strictly true. But then is this any different? I set out this morning with the intention, that's the word, of a little bit of adventure, see some beautiful things, get some sun on me before work again, and it came. I would never ever in a million years have thought that I'd be walking past some nice little waterfalls by Rugeley, and I think life's about to take me underneath a rail bridge too, which is cool. Always follow the less trodden path, is that what they say? The only problem with these paths is quite hard to push a baby in a pram, but you can always carry them. Okay, so maybe I'm not going under a bridge. Oh, I am. This isn't the one I could see. What's this? Well, we were. Oh, we're on the Chester Road. Probably that Chester Road is a Roman road from back in the day, and it runs, where from? Is it Bristol to Chester? Something daft like that. But that should be the very same Chester Road that ploughs through Erdington. How fascinating. Right. Seems to have thrown me into a bit more of a housing estate this side. So we'll see how picturesque things remain in Rugeley. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Look at this. It's kind of like what you could have won when you walk around Falcon Lodge and all those bits. Just outside of Sutton Coldfield. Feels like the same kind of thing, but done a little bit better. So we are back into the thick of it now. Still, I'd say suburban. But this is my point. Like, okay, I'd think about asking anyone who lives around here whether they think they've made it. Is this it? Are they aiming for anything else? Because it's beautiful, it's fine. Obviously the weather does great things for it, but the surroundings are great. They've got everything they need. They've got public transport. They've got a few pubs about. Food isn't expensive. Everything's fine. But the only person I've seen leave their house just now and walk in front of me was some bird in a full-on, like, you know, tracksuit like she's on. The only way is Essex, the same kind of hairstyle, the same kind of makeup, and a Balenciaga bag. So surely people like that weren't aiming to move out into what I would dub as shire surroundings. Like, you know, we all want to be hobbits and live the simple life. But the people who live out here seem to be chasing the city dream. Like, why would you be wearing tracksuits and all that other stuff that you see on the telly box out here when I'd class this as idyllic? I may have found my dream home, really depending on the price. But we've got residential for sale. This house is directly opposite a co-op. There's a Domino's Pizza, there's a drinks hut, and there's a chip shop called Bars pear tree chippy, so I'd class this as bloody perfect. And there's bus stops down here, there's everything you need. So gonna find out how much that was. What road am I on? Hednesford Road, number 18, maybe 16. But we will find out. The Pear Tree Estate, I will find that house and see how much it costs. I'm guessing into the 300 grand kind of mark. But who knows, one day I can wear Balenciaga too. I hope my analysis doesn't come across as judgmental or arsey. I'm appreciative of everyone's journey and what they choose to do with their time, and you're not right or you're not wrong. But yeah, I think I want to move to Rugeley. Weird. Oh, so we got Rugeley as is. So that was a converted cinema, the Plaza Wetherspoons. And yeah, I'm just heading back to the car now. And the reality of Rugeley has hit. But the people seem alright, although I was in the toilets going for a quick waz, and one of the pissed up blokes was saying how shit Rugeley is. So I suppose it's a mindset, whether you appreciate it or not. But I think it's alright. I don't know the ins and outs of the plans for the future, but it sounds like this marketplace car park's out and they're going to be building new things, and there's a lot of things just being knocked down and gentrified, which I don't think is a particularly bad thing. But yeah, hit and miss in Rugeley. I loved it. Some of the nicest walks I've ever had, amongst some of the roughest stuff I've ever seen. Actually, I won't go that far, but definitely room for improvement in bits. But obviously with things like this going, maybe the future is bright. I don't know. With the little park, Ellesmere Park, just over there, that I didn't film them, but yeah, there was like a little pets corner full of budgies and little birds and stuff like that, which is very different, and it was very well looked after. But I'll just show you the car park, which the card machine bit didn't work, so I ended up, well, actually some guy gave me a ticket for an hour, which was going spare, so I was like, oh, thank you very much. But I needed a fair few more hours, so I did end up going online, and I think it was called On Parking or oneparking.com, and they claim to take payment for this car park. It was cheaper than the advertised price, but I thought, let's just get it out of the way. £70 fine if not, and I've got a good email and a receipt saying I tried, and I had some void receipts on the windowsill too of the car, on the dashboard, sorry, saying that I tried to pay. So we'll see if I've got a ticket, but I really doubt it. I doubt this is being looked at all, and I'm probably the only car up here. But yeah, this bit's all going, so no ticket, and that's good. There we go. Beautiful. Going home. So yeah, what do you reckon? Rugeley, very nice. Old mining town. But that's me done. Brummy Wonders out. I hope you enjoyed this existential chat and some of the nicest scenes we've had on the channel, I'd say. But let me know in the comments what you reckon. Ta-ra.